Okay, so today's topic is Java strings. Okay, so far we discussed about primitive data types. See that?
Yeah.
Actually, it's I think it's fifth class.
Okay.
I have recorded last two classes and I didn't record first two classes.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll try to cover it on weekend. Okay, there are other
Okay.
people
No.
also who missed them. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
roughly what I have discussed so far, I'll just give the topic names.
Okay.
In the first session, I discussed about the very basics. Okay, why selenium, all about introduction about selenium. Okay, so what selenium can do, what are the different tool suite. Selenium is basically a suite of tools. So what each tool can do. Okay, then in the second class I have discussed about Java architecture, Java setup, JDK, JRE, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then I discussed about Java variables,
Okay.
and Java data types. Just discussed the primitive data types
Okay.
and Java operators.
Okay.
Different types of operators and examples on them. Then conditional statements,
Yes.
loops, and some examples on loops. Then arrays,
Arrays.
example on arrays.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll start with Java strings. So string, what is a string? String is a sequence of characters. Let me give an example of it. So what I am doing, I am creating a package for each topic. Similarly, I am creating one package for strings. Okay, so I created a class with the name string example. It has only one method, that is the main method, which is starting point for execution. In that I am creating a string variable. Okay, so string is a sequence of characters. There are 6 characters in it. So how to declare a string? This is how you can declare. So before that, I'll need to tell you one more thing. We discussed about this primitive character type char, primitive data type char. So char c equal to a. Second. So when we create a character variable, we need to use single quotes. But when you create a string, we have to use double quotes. This is important thing, don't get confused with it. Okay, so I am deleting this line. Let's start with strings. First part, declaring strings. There are two ways of doing it. First way is I can directly give string like this. Another way is string st equal to new okay. This key is not working properly. So this is another way of doing it. String is a class basically, it's not a data type. Character that we discussed some time ago is a primitive data type, whereas string is not a primitive data type. If I go back to this slide, byte, chart, int, long, float, double, char, boolean, these are all primitive data types. Primitive means very basic, whereas string is not a data type. String is a class. What I am doing in this step or in these two steps is I am creating an object of string class and storing a value equal to Sachin in it. Okay, so both the methods. So the first way, in second way. So in both ways, in both cases, I am creating a object whose value is Sachin. Okay, so since we have not yet discussed about classes till now, I am not going to discuss much about this at this point. Later we'll come back to this, maybe after another 5-6 classes. Okay, I'll stick to this case 1. I'm commenting this line. Let me remove this since we know it. We don't need it. Okay, Sachin, it printed Sachin. Now string class by default gives a lot of methods which operate on string. So first one is length. String dot, since this str, this is an object, it has access to all the classes present in string class. Okay, see, there are huge number of methods which are inbuilt in the string class which we can use based on our requirement. So in this class I am not going to discuss all of these, but we'll discuss few of them which are very important, which we need very frequently. The first one is string dot length. Okay, let me do this. I'll take a variable whose name is string length and assign it a value equal to string length. and I will print this value here. Let me print this. So length of string is 6 because it has 6 characters in it. We will move with next method, concatenation. Okay, there are two ways of concatenating. First way is using concat method. We'll do that. Since string is already there, I'll try to concat another string.
I said the sorry for the strings.
Yeah.
Can I know the meaning of concatenation?
Yeah, I'll explain. So this example explains what concatenation is. Okay. So basically, concatenation means you try to add a string to another string. Now I want to add a string Tendulkar to existing string Sachin. Okay, this str already has Sachin. To this string I want to concatenate Tendulkar.
Wait, can we say that combining the multiple strings?
Yes, exactly. So I'll create another variable, another string object equal to string dot concatenate Tendulkar. What it does, it takes the value of string, that is Sachin. To this string it adds this string. Now the complete string is Sachin Tendulkar and stores that value in str1. I'll print the value, that value. One. Okay, concatenated string is Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, hope you got what is the meaning of concatenation with this example.
Yes.
Okay, I can concatenate multiple strings. Okay, like this. We'll first use Ramesh here. See, it printed Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Okay, you can use n number of concat methods to concat some string to existing string. Okay, let us go by one concatenation. The other way of doing concatenation is using plus. Okay, how it works? I can simply take let me take another string which is string 2, that equal to str plus str1. Okay, it simply combines str and str1 and stores that value in str2. See what happened. str has Sachin and str1 has Sachin concatenated with Ramesh, that is Sachin Ramesh. Now Sachin is concatenated with Sachin Ramesh. This is the total value. Okay, so if I keep space after Sachin, Sachin Ramesh, okay, or there is another way of doing it, concatenation. Like, you don't need to take the variables, you can directly use concatenation. This is one string, okay, plus I am concatenating with Sehwag. Okay, I'll take another variable. I'll just print that value. So the value is Viru plus Sehwag. Okay, so it's not necessary that you always put values in variables like this. You can directly use string literals. These are called string literals. This is direct value. Okay, you can directly use string literals like this also. Okay, this is about concatenation. See here also, when I am printing this, it's basically a string. Okay, this is one string. I am using plus symbol. I am giving another string. What it is doing? It's combining both the strings and printing that value. See, concatenated string is, so this is this string, and str1 is the variable. That variable is Sachin Ramesh. It concatenated both the values and printed that value finally. So here itself is an example of, this itself is an example of concatenation. Okay, while concatenation, you need to take care of few things. Let me explain. I'll take int variable int I equal to 5. Okay, I'll comment these things. So now this code won't get executed. Okay, and I'll take another string. Remember, you always use S in caps. Okay, Java is case sensitive. If you use small s, it throws error because there is nothing with that small s. String s1 equal to, okay, see, this is throwing error because there is no class with name small s string. String has capital S. Now what happens if I concatenate s1 with I? I'll take another string s2 equal to, I'll use s1 plus I. I'll print it. I'll print s2. So it simply appended 5 to end of this string. Sachin 5 got printed. Okay, this is straightforward. Let me take another integer. Okay, now I'll add j also to it. Let us see what happens. It printed Sachin 5 6. So I plus j should be 5 plus 6 equal to 11, but it's printed them as is. It's because when you use plus symbol along with a string, it considers integers also as strings. It doesn't consider them as integer. That's why it printed I equal to 5, j equal to 6. Okay, it simply appended I and j value to the end of existing string, that is Sachin. Okay, what if you want to append the sum of I and j to end of the string? In that case, you provide this, provide the parenthesis. Let us see what happens. See, now it printed 11 because within brackets, since both are integers, it is adding them and appending that value to S1. Okay, take care if you are using this append in your code. Okay, no problem as long as you are appending all strings, but sometimes you need to append string with integer, like that. In that case, make sure you use these things based on your requirement. Okay, this is about string appending. String comparison. See, string is very important for Java developers. For Selenium automation engineers also it is very important, because we tend to use strings many places, like operating system names, operating system versions, browser names, browser versions, and in our web pages, web page titles. Okay, many places all the values are stored in strings only. We need to compare that value with something many times, so make sure you are good with strings. Next thing is string comparison. I'll take another string str1 equal to Sachin, one more string str2 equal to Ramesh. I'll give Sachin only. Let me compare whether both the values are same. So when we compare integer variables, suppose int I equal to 5, int j equal to 6. When we compare these values, we used, if you want to check whether I and j are same, what we used, if I equal to j, that means print equal, else print not equal. Okay, this works well with, since I and j are not same, it printed not equal. So what operator we use equals to. But for comparing strings, we are not supposed to use this operator. There is another operator or existing method which already string class has, which we need to use for comparing strings. That is str1 dot equals str2. Okay, this returns true. Okay, if str1 equals str2, this returns true. If true, I print or equal, else I print Let me see what happens. So it says since both the strings are equal, it printed strings are equal. What if I change one string? It says strings are not equal. Okay, this is existing method. So I can keep str2 on this side, str1 on the other side. There is no restriction on it. Okay. So I'll change value of string back to Sachin. So now since the strings are equal, it's printing strings are equal. What happens if I change S to S from capital S to small s to capital S? It says strings are not equal because in Java capital this string is not equal to small string, or this method checks for string case also. What if you don't want to check for the case? Then there is another method equals ignore case. Okay. I'll type a separator here. See here it is saying both strings are not equal because this equals method checks for case sensitivity also, but equals ignore case method tells or it ignores the case, checks whether both strings are equal by ignoring case. So it printed both strings are equal. Okay. So I can use any big string. Okay, not equal. Both are equal. Now I'll change this value to some. Values are not equal. Okay, this is about we need to compare two strings. Okay, you are not supposed to use equals operator similar to comparing integers, double values. Okay, we are not supposed to use that operator. We are supposed to use equals and equals ignore case methods of string class. Okay. Now let us move on to another method which is substring. I'll create string str equal to now dot substring method is there. So there are two substring methods. One takes only one parameter, the other one takes two parameters. Let us go with this int begin index. What it does, returns a string that is substring of this string. The substring begins with the character at the specified index and extends to end of the string. Okay, let me show you. Dot substring. I'll give some fifth character. So I'll put this value in some another string, or and I'll print this substring value. See what happened? The total string is Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, but it printed starting from n 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so it excluded first 5 characters, printed remaining, return remaining string. Okay, this is how we need to capture substring of an existing string. Okay, there is another substring method variant, that is int beginning, int index. Here I'll give 5th character and 10th character, or 5th index and 10th index. I'll print that. Okay, what it did, it excluded first 5 characters, started from this character, went until 10th character, took only that value, stored that in substring. Okay, this is how the second substring method works. Okay, so you might wonder why there are 2 methods with same method name. This is nothing but a method overloading, which we will discuss in our later classes. Okay, let's not worry about it at this point. Okay, the substring is over. Another function, there is split method. Okay, we have a string Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. I want to split the string with respect to the spaces. So I want to take the value before the first space, value after the second space, value after the third space. If there are n number of spaces, I want to split the string based according to the spaces. So there is a method to split, that is dot split. Okay, okay, I will go with it. So this is asking me to enter some regular expression. So for me, since I want to split based on the spaces, the regular expression is nothing but a space. Okay, here split returns an array of string. You see, beside every method there is this, after this colon, this says this method returns an array of strings. Similarly for this method returns an array of strings. Suppose I'll take some another method, string.length. So this method returns integer, the length of the array, length of the string, which is nothing but an integer. Okay, for the split method, it is nothing but string array. What I will do, I will create a string array. Since it returns, the name of that array is, string array name is split values. Okay, what it did, this method what it does is, it splits the existing string with respect to the space and puts the values in the string array. Okay, so first string is Sachin, puts that value in this array. Second string is Ramesh, puts that value in array. Third string is Tendulkar, puts that value in array. I want to see the values, split values. Okay, what I will do for int, see we already discussed about reading values from an array. How do we read? We run a for loop. Int I equal to 0, I less than length of array, I plus plus, and I want to print them. Print what? I. Let me run this program. See, it split the complete string, put the values in this array. Okay, here I am reading values from that array. Okay, now let me use another regular expression in the split. Instead of using space, I don't want to split it using space. I want to split it using a string called Ramesh. See what it did. It took the first. This is the regular expression that I are using for split. What the split method does, it splits this complete string with respect to this. So there is one value before the string, one value after the string. It returns only these two values. Put them in this array. I printed a value of that array. What are the values? Sachin, Tendulkar. Okay. So why this Tendulkar moved one character to the right? This is because after Ramesh there is a space. It took this complete value, stored that in array, this array. Similarly, after Sachin also there will be one space. See, you can see one space over there. That is because there is a space after Sachin. Now, regular expression is, I am changing regular expression to Ramesh. So now I want to split the string with respect to this string. See, now there is no space before and after these things. Okay, based on your requirement you can give your regular expression. What if I want to give only m? So I want to split the string with respect to m. So I think there is only one m in the complete string. Okay, now it splits this complete part as one string and this complete part as another string. See, Sachin Ra is Tendulkar. Okay, this is how we need to use split. Important thing is that it returns a string array. So you store the values in string array. Okay, then use based on your requirement. Split. Now there is another method, compare to. What I will do, dot, you need to take any one string, then use this compare to. Okay, see the return type is integer. So earlier we compared string using this equals to method. Equals to, equals, and equals ignore case method. Here we checked whether strings are equal, but here this compare to checks three things: whether first string is greater than the second string, first string is equal to second string, first string is less than to second string. What does first string greater than second string mean? So it checks for the alphabetical order. Okay, so if, okay, let me execute this, you'll come to know. Dot compare to, and this method, if both the strings are equals, it returns the integer 0. If the left string is greater than the right string, it returns positive integer. If left string is less than right string, it returns negative integer. What I will do, I will use if loop. Sorry, if condition. Okay, if this value equals to 0, that means okay, we will do one thing. Since it returns integer I equals to integer some, okay, I equals to string 1 dot compare to string 2, because this compare to method returns integer value. So then, since that returns integer value, I have to take integer variable only to store the returned value. Here, instead of using that complete string, if I equals to 0, that means both the strings are equal. Else if I greater than 0, else, since there will be no fourth condition, I am just using else here, not else if. Before comparison, I will print this value. See, since string 1 and string 2 both are equal, it's returned 0. This method returned 0, so I has 0 now. I printed value of I, that is 0. Since I equal to 0, it executed this. Both strings are equal. Now let me okay, left string is greater, it returned positive value. I think it's the other way. Okay, so suppose in a class there is a name of Ananya and Saranya. So if you arrange them in alphabetical order, Ananya comes first, Saranya comes after that. So it returned -18 because Ananya comes first. See this, the left string is Ananya, right string is Saranya. Ananya is before Saranya, is returned negative value. What if I swap the names? So right string is greater. Okay, this is how you check, compare the strings. So this is the second way to compare. Even though the first way to compare is using equals method or equals ignore case method, the second way is using comparative method. Now another function is trim. It just trims the leading and trailing spaces. Suppose this is a string s1 dot trim. Let's see what it returns. So it removed leading spaces and trailing spaces, printed that value. Okay, suppose if there is space in between, it will not remove that. Only leading spaces, that means starting from the first character, and trailing spaces. Two lowercase and two uppercase. So same thing I am using, s1 to uppercase. What happened? The first, this is Sachin Ramesh. Here we are printing trimmed values. Here we are printing the uppercase letters of the string. Similarly, I can use two lowercase also. If my it has something like this. Okay, it converted all the characters to uppercase. This converted all the characters to lowercase. Okay, the first there is last one, string conversion using toString.
Sorry, Satish sir, I have one query.
Huh?
I have one query about trim.
Sorry, I cannot hear you properly.
Yeah, I have a question about trim.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Suppose I am giving the long sentence up to 32 characters.
Okay.
Or any label name or anything.
Okay.
The table field. Just I want to see the starting 4 strings or 5 strings dot dot dot. Can I do it using trim?
Yes, you can do it. So suppose this is your entire string.
Why? Because this situation is coming in the table phase.
Okay.
Sometimes.
We have the substring method, right?
Yes.
So if you want to get any value between, right?
Yeah,
In between.
Yeah. The starting values, the remaining values are dot dot dot.
Okay, starting values. So
and remaining lengthy sentence is displaying as dot dot dot.
Okay. So starting values. What does starting values mean? You just want starting character.
Yes.
Okay. So there is no inbuilt method for that, but we can do it easily. Okay, I'll show you. I'll take one string, and this is okay. First I'll take So we want first and last, right? Or
Yeah.
I equals to s1 dot length minus 1 ch to string. Okay. Since for character we need to use single quotes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is done. I want to print ch. Okay. So what I did, I ran a loop for each character. Okay. So for int I equal to 0, s1 dot length of the string, if that is some 20, I'll run until 20. I took a temporary variable char ch, whose type is ch. Since we know that s1 dot caret, this method returns character type. Okay. I took since this returns character present is at this position, so I am storing that value in ch. If that is first, that is very first letter or the very last letter, then I am taking the value as it is. Else I am taking chr just dot. At the end I am printing that ch. Okay. So first it printed just s. In the second iteration it printed, since that is not 0th character or last character, it printed all dots. When it came to last letter, it again took the original character, printed that value. Okay, understood?
Okay. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, just if you know the concept, if you know the multiple methods in it, we can write our customized code
Yes.
based on our requirement. Okay, so this we'll discuss about this later when there is another topic called wrapper classes. This dot to string method can be used only with wrapper classes. When I complete that, I'll come back to this and explain you. Okay, so there are 3 examples. We'll quickly finish. Okay, won't take much time. We'll create another package. So this is already named as single examples. Okay, new class. So we want to convert string to character array. Okay, so if you visualize this, string is string str equal to Sachin. In previous classes we discussed about array. We also discussed about array of characters. Okay, suppose this is S A C H A N. This is index 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so string is nothing but a sequence of characters, but character array is nothing but an array of character variables or a group of character variables. Now when string is converted to character array, it becomes something like this. Okay, something like this. So now we are going to do that. There is an existing method string to character array. Okay, see the return type is character array. I need to store that value in character array only. Char array is the name of the character array. So what it did, this method converted this string to character array, returned that character array. We are storing that character array in this. Now I need to print the values. Int I equals to 0, I less than dot length I plus plus. Just print that. That is char array I. Okay, it printed all the values. So if I want to print them in the same line, I need to remove this ln. So print them in the same line. Okay, if I need to maintain space, this is to this value I am concatenating an empty space. Now you might have understood what I am doing it here. In previous classes I did this at many places. Today you might have get clarification about this, why I used to do that, because I just want to print out a string. Okay, the string is nothing but concatenation of this value plus this empty space. So it printed Sachin. Okay, this is how you can convert string into character array. I can print the values of string character by character without converting it to character array. I'll show how to do that. Int I equals to 0, I less than length here we have, so sorry, string dot length. I'll comment this out because, so I have a string, I just want to print each character by character. How do I do that? String dot caret, I'll pass the index here. Okay, it is also doing the same thing. Okay, so without converting it into character array, you can access character by character. How do you access? there is a caret method. It returns character present at the given index. Okay, so this is one example. Another example is reversing array. Sorry, it's not reversing array, it's reversing string. In previous class we discussed about reversing array. Here we are going to discuss about reversing a string. Okay, what I'll do, so the logic I am going to follow is, since the length of the string is 6 characters, I will run loop only 3 times, not 6 times, only 3 times. In the first iteration or in the first loop, I will replace s with n. It becomes n a c h s. Okay, first character and last character got swapped. In the second iteration, n, the second character from first and the second character from last will get swapped, that is I c h a s. Okay, in the last iteration, the third character from first and third character from last will get swapped, that is ni h c a s. So see, now the string completely got reversed. We will do it programmatically. Int I equals to 0, I less than dot length by 2. Okay, or to avoid confusion, what I'll do, I'll take int I'll store the string length value in another variable and use that variable in the loop. So it is string length by 2, I plus plus. Okay, so in every loop we are swapping 2 characters. Yesterday I said when you want to swap 2 characters, it is important to store value of one variable or one value in a temporary variable, then assign the second value to the first variable. Now to the second variable give the value that is stored in temporary variable. Don't get confused. I'll give example. Okay, since we are swapping characters, I'll take a character variable whose name is temp. Okay, so str dot character at I. Okay, this is first character. Suppose when I equal to 0, we want a string dot character at 0. Okay, and what is the other variable we want? String dot character at, we want last one. What is that? String length minus 1. Okay, why string length minus 1? Why not just string length? Because index starts from 0. If string length is here, string length is 6. So index starts from 0. So I value goes from 0 to 5. That's why I use -1. 6 minus 1 equal to 5. So these two values we want to swap. What I'll do, I'll put the value of first variable or first character in temporary variable. Now I'll assign the last value to first value. Okay, now to this value I'll assign temp. Okay, so it's throwing error. I'll show why it's throwing errors. So in case of arrays, you can directly set or change existing value of an element in the array like this. You simply take, suppose I want to change fifth element, or I want to set the value of fifth element to 100. I simply give array bracket 5 equal to like this, array 5 equals to 100. Okay, this is okay with all integer arrays, character arrays. Okay, this is okay with arrays, but this is not okay with strings. I am directly dealing with string. I cannot edit the or replace the values like this. Okay, what I'll do, I'll store these values in temporary variables. Okay, I'll swap them. Temp equal to first char. Now to first char, before updating the value of first char to last char, I have saved the value of first char in some temporary variable. Now I am assigning that value back to the last character. This is swapping. And I'll take a temporary string after each loop. I will add first char. No, I'll take a temporary char array will be finished in 2 minutes, guys. We'll finish the class in 2 minutes. Okay.
No problem.
What is the last cap? Sorry. Okay, what I am doing, since I am using Carol array, I don't want this also. I'll just take in first place I am adding last character, in last place I am adding first character. Okay, index out of bound exception. This is because when character at I 0, this is character at string length minus I minus 1. I'll explain. Okay, this got printed. What I did, I took another character array, okay, whose size is same as our string length, Sachin. Okay, I ran loop for 3 times, which we discussed some time ago. Why 3 loops? So in each loop, suppose when I equal to 0, first character is string dot character at 0, last character is string dot character at string length equal to 6 minus I equal to 0 minus 1. 6 minus 1 equal to 5. String dot character 5. That is nothing but n. Okay. So now I am placing first character in last character in first place of this temporary array, character array, and first character in last place. Okay. In the second loop, same way we deal with second character from first and second character from last. They'll get filled in the temporary array. In the third loop, all the 6 characters get filled. here I'm finally printing them. Okay, so any question in it? Hope everyone understood it.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay, okay, we'll start the class today. We'll continue tomorrow.
Okay, Bhaiya.
Okay.